Hi everyone, welcome. Just thought I would do a little intro to this video. It's one that I did a while ago on a live stream many years ago on how I baste a quilt on a table. I've seen a lot of people basting big quilts on the floor, and I hear people saying, oh, my knees, my back, the whole works. So it came up on your memory. I worked out how to download it. I'm getting savvy. And so I thought I would do a little intro. This is what this video is all about. Meet Ziki, my addition to our family, and just show you what you can do with a big quilt on a small table even. You don't have to get down on the floor. I am coming back to YouTube and I will be doing stuff. Hopefully, I'll try for about once a week, but initially I think it might be about once every 2 weeks. I will post a new video for you. I will try and post some shorts in the meantime. The last 3-4 weeks I've been really busy with competition work. I have had one accepted into the Australian Quilt Challenge. It's gone for judging to see if it will be in the final cut, so I'm hoping it is. I've also submitted another quilt into the Australian Quilt Show, so I'm waiting to hear from that next week. So competition times are sort of done for a while, and I'll be doing a lot of my projects that have been sitting here that need finishing. So I'm going to do some free motion quilting on a lot and maybe some piecing. So I'll give tips on the whole works. So I hope you join me. I'm often live on TikTok, so you can come over there and check me out. Generally, most days, although some days I do have my grandson and I mind the other grandson at his place, so I'm not always on when I used to be, but I try and click on every now and then and just vary my stuff up. So come on by. I hope you enjoy it. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think and what you would like me to show you, any tips, tricks, whatever, whether it be curved piecing, whether it be triangles, how to not lose your points, stuff like that. Pop it in, give me some feedback, let me know what you want to hear. I will be doing a lot of free motion, and that is on my mid-arm domestic, but you can do the same on a domestic, like a smaller machine. I did for a long time. I was lucky that I could afford the next size up, which has given me a little bit more freedom, but I know I can still do it on the little machine. Anyway, it's good to be back. Hope you enjoy it, and let me know what you think at the end. Thanks, guys. I'll catch you later. Bye. Hi, everyone. Now, I'm going to baste a quilt. I'm just not... Oh, here it is. So this is how I baste my quilts. I use my table and I'll press this out, though it might look like it. And I'm just going to clamp down my sides. Not like that. That's it. I use these clips because they fit my table. Some people use the other clip back, the plastic ones with the clips. So I baste all of the firmly to the table and make sure it's all nice and smooth. Now, my main problem is this one is not It's a little bit small this way, so I will use masking tape. And I'll just tape this to the table. You'll see it on the other end. This I'll just, oops. Swap you around and you should be able to see. I'll just smooth this down now. So you don't want to overstretch your backing, because if you overstretch it, when you let it off, it will go back to its normal weave, and then when you go and quilt your quilt, it will then all pucker underneath. It's coming up quite good. I'll just pop another one in this spot because I've got the space, because I'm going to mask 2/3 of it. I can use all of these clips on here. I'll just turn that around so that you can see the other part, which is almost done. It's a bit hard to do it all at once. I can get you all in the camera. So this is a little bit wavy here. So just by moving from the centre out, just smooth it down. A little bit on this bit. So now that that's complete, I will move on to the next bit. Got all bits and pieces coming up, but I won't worry about that at the minute. So now I've placed my wadding on, and the way I do it is I fold it in 4, and I find around my centre. Picked up a few threads while I've been in the sewing area. And I lay this down. Now this has been cut a little bit bigger than the background, but that's okay because it's what was left in a few bits and pieces. Just remove these dark bits. And I'll smooth this down. I'm just keeping an eye on the time because I'm just doing this before I go to work, so that then tonight when I come home I'm able to start quilting. Okay, now for the top. This is a little top I did earlier. Okay, so I'm going to just center this on, making sure that I've got little room around the sides to make it easier for when I quilt, and I'll just smooth out from the center. Now leave the wadding and the top, I leave loose. I don't baste them down, because that's, you just want to pin now from the center out. How is everyone this morning? Or is it evening where you are? Now I'll just bring my pins in. I've got a huge bundle of pins. The idea is I'm hoping that I can get several quilts or a couple of big quilts done, and then I can just go and quilt them. So when I'm doing this, I'm going to want to in the ditch this, so I'll most probably go straight down the center here, and then straight down the center here, and then around the edge, and that will most probably be enough, and I'll be able to pull out the pins and the outside. So when I'm doing that, I want to work out where I'm pinning. I'm just looking that I might just come straight down here, and around the edges and all the way around the edge, and the same here. So if that's the case, I will pin from here, right in the center. And I do it about a fist apart, working in across. So I'll come straight across, and I don't close my pins up straight away. I'll come back and do that because it's very quick with the and then I'll come to about here, and that will give me space to maneuver there. I'll go back around the other side, just take a few pins. So once that one line's done, then I'll come back down this way. Now I'm going to be sewing through there, so I'll just make sure that my pin's going to miss the machine, or the foot's going to miss that. And then I'll work the other side. So from there, I can now fill out each of these quadrants. So I'll come out to about here. Come across as well. And I'm going through the whole 3 layers. So the backing, the wadding and the top. So give me a shout out if you want to know anything. Just send me a question through. Okay, so one quadrant's done. I'll move on to the next one. After I've done all of my inner ditching, I can then remove the pins and I can then free motion quilt any design. I don't have to worry about removing pins or getting caught where I am. Okay, one half is now done. So it really doesn't take that long. If you've got a big quilt, you just do the same principle. You start in one bit, you baste all of that, you close off the pins, and then you move the quilt. Let me know how you like to do your quilts. I know some people say they do them on the floor, but my body wouldn't cope. So much easier to do it on a table. You can get table tennis tables and do it with them, an old one. Okay, coming out. So you can see how quick it works away. Doesn't actually take too long. Sometimes I use, on small quilts, I will use the spray baste. You still have to be fairly vigilant and make sure that you've smoothed everything out and just take it slowly. But I do prefer pin basting to spray basting. Okay, all my pins are in. Now I just get an old spoon and I use the handle to close all my pins. So I just hold it down, push, and it's closed. Little effort. But I did prick myself. and I am bleeding, so hopefully I don't bleed on the quilt. May have to get a band-aid. Do that one from a different angle. We're almost done now. One quadrant left to close. Just move your sewers so you see the last quadrant or the last few being closed, and then we'll move around to the last bit, which is taking it off. Okay. Last two. I'll just check they're all good. So now I can remove my clips. And then I can remove my masking tape. Okay, the last bit of tape, and you can see the pins through the back. If you lay your hand on and you go through there, you should get no puckering if it's flat and you've basted it fine. If you find that you're getting little puckers before it, means you need to redo part of it. That's good. So tonight when I come home, I can start the quilting. Catch you later. Thanks for watching.